We live out our lives in an ocean of mystery. We are born, we grow, but by the time that we are becoming aware of our environment at 2 or 3, it has already been stripped of its magic by familiarity. Our earliest encounters are with the hard world of materiality, the surface of reality. Most of us will continue throughout our lives perceiving only this obvious, superficial level, never questioning that it is the ultimate reality, although our science tells us that the solidity of the world is an illusion. Far beneath the level of our senses and perceptions floats a realm of subatomic particles that is mostly living space. We cannot perceive this subatomic reality as we go about our daily lives, but it is always there, as real as our kitchen table or the family car. Also beneath perception, and similarly overlooked, is the reality of invisible, pure being that generates and supports the material world. This deep level of reality is alive and conscious. It can never be seen, though we can see its handiwork everywhere around us, patterned and perfectly collated together by its fierce intelligence. We ourselves are continually thrown up from being to evolve into destinies that we cannot fathom. All this is the magical cosmos, the enchanted world that we manage to overlook and ignore for a lifetime. How do we manage that? How do we overlook the central core of reality? The answer must have to do with evolution. We are still simply not evolved enough yet to grasp all of reality. We are still a work in progress. With our immense gifts of self-awareness, reasoning, creativity, and language, we can see the results of our previous evolution, but it does not occur to us that more metamorphosis lies ahead. We are still evolving out of the primate mind. We know that not so long ago we were searching for food in the trees. Then we came down onto the savannas, stood up on 2 legs, and learned to throw things to get food. Today we have put a man on the moon, eradicated terrible crippling diseases, and organized a net of world communication. We are clearly evolving at an astonishing rate. However, our evolution seems uneven. Our ceaseless wars and our lack of concern for our fellow man, our animal sojourners, and the planet itself spring out of that part of the primate mind that is not yet sufficiently evolved. In certain respects, we now need an evolutionary jumpstart to a larger consciousness, or else we risk destroying ourselves and our world. The primate mind is a small, localized mind, fixated on self-interest and individual personal problems. Except in rare moments of panoramic consciousness, it revolves around immediate, self-concerned issues of food, safety, and personal status. It is incessantly preoccupied with improving its lot and clawing its way to greater status, safety, and importance. The experience of the primate mind is an experience of an endless string of problems. As fast as one problem is solved, another takes its place. It is the problem-solving mind. It is enmeshed in its material concerns for itself and almost never raises its head to contemplate the magnificence of the context. Most of reality escapes it in its preoccupation with itself and its immediate problems. The primate orientation produces a sense of emptiness, desolation, and alienation. It generates continual feelings of vulnerability. Fear is never far away. It perceives no ground of support for itself. Being is not available. It is not even in the framework, so support from the ground of being is non-existent. As a result, the primate mind feels constantly threatened. It is cut off from the only source of strength and succor and holding in the universe: invisible, conscious, living being. The primate mind perceives nothing underneath it. It is on its own, and it is far too small to be up to the task. It attempts to plow through life as best it can and to flourish without access to its source. No wonder it produces despair. Through the centuries, the primate mind has been identified many times and by many traditions. It has been called the ego, the personality, the constructed self, the false self, and so on. These labels all refer to basically the same thing: a small, self-preoccupied consciousness so wrapped up in its own personal concerns that it lacks perception of the mysterious, shimmering magic show that is all around us. The cosmos is waiting for us to wake up and grow up.